Take you to KwaMamsuthu now, an informal settlement there where residents are rebuilding following a fire this weekend which razed more than 100 structures to the ground. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is on standby to speak to some of the residents here. Karinda, good afternoon to you. Do we know what happened here, and has this affected residents who wanted to register to vote? What are their views?
Certainly, good afternoon to you. Well, as you look at the damage of the fire that occurred on Thursday, it's unclear what exactly caused the fire. There is some belief that it could have been an electrical connection that sparked, causing fire which rapidly spread throughout this area, bringing down more than 100 structures. Now, many people's belongings were destroyed, including important documents like ID documents, which you must have when you go to register to vote. And so the residents here, they do not have their ID documents if they want to go check to register to vote. They don't have connection to the internet either, because many of them, their phones were damaged, or they don't have the capacity to connect to the internet. I'm going to speak to Joyce Reed, who over the past hour has been explaining these conditions. Gogo, thank you for speaking to us. Tell me about the issues residents have when it comes to voting and registering to vote.
Asikho happy ngokuvota ngoba kumanje asinama ID. Kuqale ngama floods abakhange basincede ngama ID until now. Ngoku kushile futhi abantu futhi abanawo ama ID. If uhulumeni ebethanda ukuthi siyovota, ebefanele ukuthi uHome Affairs azokwenza ispeciality zabantu ukuze bakwazi ukuyovota. And abantu babhizi awukwazi ukuyovota ushiya ungenawo umusi. So that's why ke okwalomzuzu singekho happy ngokuyovota.
The residents who live here have been through a lot. Like you said, flooding last year, the fire this year. Tell me about how residents feel about government, councillors, municipality.
Ngesikhathi sama floods nalapho asibanga happy futhi kuba ngesikhathi abantu bemkelwe kunendawo nje othi mawungena endaweni yethu ekuqaleni apho kwakwakhe khona abantu about 500, kodwa namhlanje abekho la kuthina, bahamba bentanta ezindaweni ngoba phela imizi yabo yahamba nomhlaba wahamba, ngoku abanayo indawo yokukhosela until now.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Miss Joyce Reed, frustrated, and as she says, if members of government authorities wanted residents to register to vote, then there would have been Home Affairs here to have a special program. We know there were SASO officials here on Friday when we were here, but according to the residents, they've received no other help, and that is the circumstance for residents of KwaMamsuthu informal settlement. They're too busy to register to vote, rebuilding after a fire razed down their homes.
Karinda Jagmohan, thank you. Now, voter registration remains slow in most parts of KwaZulu-Natal. The ANC's Musa Dladla region in Mzingazi in Richards Bay is no different. In the 2021 local government elections, the ANC in this region lost about 5 municipalities, including Umhlathuze. The Musa region is the ANC's third largest in KwaZulu-Natal. The party's regional chairperson, Musa Kabekulu, is on the ground monitoring voter registration in Mzingazi. Newzroom Afrika is there. Dando Nyandu joins us live from there. Dando, have people turned out there in their numbers?
Well, Clement, good day to you and to our viewers at home. We've seen a slight improvement from what we are witnessing from the early hours of the morning as voter registration stations were opened. You know, there was a sluggish move of people going in to register to vote. But over time, we've seen quite a number of people making their way. Right now, we are in Ward 6 in Mzingazi, which is under the King Cetshwayo district. but you would know that this place, falls under the ANC's third biggest region, which is the Musa Dladla region, and what is more significant is that this region, suffered a huge blow in the 2021 local government elections, when it lost some of key municipalities. You would know that in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we have a total of 61 municipalities and at least 10 district municipalities with one metro being Tegwini Metro. Now we've seen that the ANC in the province has been in a way in a back foot, but right now we are joined by the Musa Dladla region chairperson, Mr. Musa Tabekulu, who will tell us more about his observation of the voter registration. Mr. Tabekulu, thank you very much for your time. Your overall observation and your feeling about people coming out to vote, to register to vote.
Thank you very much, Ntando. And I want to thank you for having me on your program as well. And I would like to greet your viewers also at home. As you can see that we are busy on the ground as ANC. We have come out in our numbers to encourage potential voters to go and check that they appear on the voters roll, and then also encourage those who appear to go, and then those who have not registered. We are encouraging them to go and register so that they are able to vote, and in the next 2024 general and provincial elections. And we are very much happy with the turnout, and we are also very much happy with the work that the ANC has put on the ground. We are very happy. Our volunteers, as you can see, they are all over the region, and they are encouraging everybody to come out. So as you see me, we are coming from the door to door, where we went to each and every house and check if the potential voters there were able to register, and those who have not registered, we encourage them to go out and vote.
We can't run away from the fact that the ANC, ahead of these elections, as a bit found wanting, in a sense that it has lost quite a number of municipalities. There are a lot of municipalities governed in coalitions. What can you attribute your loss of trust from voters?
Yeah, and it is true that in 2021 we lost all municipalities. But there's one thing that I want to put on, to correct the narrative that we lost Msatuza municipality. We did not lose Msatuza municipality. ANC is the majority there. The IFP, which is in government in Msatuza, they are governing through coalitions because they could not win with the majority, which is a good indication that our people still do have trust in the ANC. It might happen that they were angry, that is why they didn't go out to vote for the ANC, but it's not true that they went out to vote for the IFP. That's not true. But we also understand our challenges. We know where we went wrong. So as the current leadership, when we were elected in May 2022, what we did, we were able to sit down and analyze where we have gone wrong. And one of the critical things that we identified is that our distance with the society was very huge, especially the influential sectors like Kamakosi and then in the religious sector. That is why we decided that one of our programs after our elections is that we had a breakfast meeting with Amakos, where through which we wanted to engage with Amakos to get what are their feelings about the ANC, where we went wrong, and our relationship with them has improved. And with the religious sector as well, we were doing very, very well with the religious sector. So that is why we are confident that in these coming elections we'll do very, very well. because we managed to close the gap, and we are on track. We are on the direction. And if you go around and check the feeling of the people, you'll find that our people are not happy with the IFP. And the IFP has not addressed the challenges that are there in society. You know, you'd remember that before 2020 elections, they were going around campaigning against the ANC, that the ANC government is not able to address the water challenges. But if you can go back now and check as to what they've done, you would realize that they've done nothing new in terms of improving the water system. The challenges are still there, and we are very much confident that we will do very better as we go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
No, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
Well, that is the Musa Zaza region chairperson for the ANC, Mr. Musa Tabekulu, you know, saying that the distance between the party and the voters was too huge. Now, going forward, they are planning to close that gap. With that, it's back to you in studio.
Right, Dandom Nyandu, thank you so much. President Cyril Ramaphosa has kicked off the ANC's voter registration drive in Meadowlands this morning. Ramaphosa also took to the streets with door-to-door visits. Newzroom Afrika's Ziyanda Ngobo has been following him and joins us now. Good afternoon, Ziyanda. You were with the president earlier today, also this afternoon at Maponya Mall. I see that there are other issues that he's also addressed, far apart from what he's there for, which is to encourage people to come out and register to vote.
That's right, Clement, and the president has just concluded his program here in Soweto. Off he goes then to Ekurhuleni, in particular Katlehong, where he'll be meeting with residents there. A similar program to what we saw, where he'll go see a voting station, see how things are proceeding there, and then, of course, embark on a door-to-door campaign. A very interesting time. We've just concluded another doorstop with the president this afternoon, where he was asked several questions, in particular that poster that was put up on the ANC's official social media page on X, where it used the picture of Deputy Chief Justice Mandisa Maya to talk about transformation, and then it was quickly deleted. And of course, you'll understand, Clement, that you're using the picture of a sitting justice, in fact the Deputy Chief Justice at that, for a party political campaign on voter registration weekend to talk about transformation. So the president touching on the fact that there should be a separation of the lines, but also interestingly, when explaining that, you know, political parties should not, you know, interfere in the judiciary should not overstep and interfere in the political terrain. I'd take that as somewhat of a swipe at Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, who's been slated for his recent remarks on this channel, talking about how he is still concerned that Parliament does not have the capacity to deal with the State Capture Commission findings, but also, you know, dealing with issues of when he thinks state capture began. And of course, the KZN also raising issues around this. So a relaxed president this afternoon, I must say, Clement, you know, walking around, even during the door-to-door, really engaging with the people and being told about the problems created by the ANC that I guess must still be resolved by this ANC-led government.
Yeah. Ziyanda, I thank you for that update, having followed the president as he kick-started the party's campaign today on this voter registration weekend. Let's take you to the northwest now for an update on a voter registration station that was closed earlier, but it appears it's now been able to open. Our reporter, Refilwe Siboko, is with us now. Good afternoon, Refilwe. What led to this station not opening, and what's the status now?
Well, the status now, Clement, is that that station has been officially, or rather has been opened. You remember that there was a disturbance a little bit earlier. Communities is complaining about issues of service delivery. They are saying that they're not getting adequate service delivery, but also they were saying that they don't want IEC officials to come today for this voter registration. But let me just welcome one of the elderly women from here in Moipan village. Mama gore ke goreng le ne le kgoreleditse tsamaiso tsa go ikodisetsa ditlhopho gompieno. Ke tla go tshwarela Shabana.
Rona re le baagi ba Moipan re le community gore re batla re go kganela di restriction tsa Vandag. Re bua ke gore rona mo Moipan ha re direlwe sepe ra vote re dira ntho engwe le engwe mare ha gona sepe sa rona se leng gore sa re itumedisa rona re itumedisa puso ya rona every time. Mare now rona re kre se re di food parcel ne re utlwala go te kae go na le food parcel kae go dirwang mare mo ga rona mono re a sotlega re tshwere ke tlala ha re kgatlhano le ope le batho le ba bereki ba berekang today ha re kgatlhano le bone re lwela se re solelang re batla ditshwanelo tsa rona.
A wena maikelo la gago ke go ikodisetsa ditlhopho tse di tla
ha ke ikalla cause ha gona sepe se leng gore sa diragala ha re sena go vote.
A tla ke tla mo go ena o botse le wena ke utlwe gore o ikutla jang ka se se diragetseng gompieno le go ikodisetsa ditlhopho tse di tlang.
Mama wa ka se se diragalang Vandag nna gora gore itlo go nna kganyengwe mo ga rona mo mafatsheng ana ka bophara ba bone gore puso ya rona e dula e re feila mo ditirelong tse leng gore tshwantse re direle tsone. No yana ha rena metsi mare rena le dikhuthi tsa metsi tse leng gore di epilwe ke bone batho bana ba re batle gore tsenyetsa metsi. Like no yana le DRDP di dirile sa le di diriwa di na le bo ma 10 years di eme di sa fela tse di dirilweng le tsone di fedile. Metsi re kopa metsi re reka metsi ha re sa tlhole rena le metsi a ileng gore bone ba rile ba re batle gore a direla mo gae. Ditsela tsa rona re kgone go a ditleliniking ge pula e nele. Pula ga e nele mama ga gona tsela e tsamegang even if la ga o ya toropong ga gona go ka tswang teng. So re kupile ha se gore go simologa Vandag go dijara tse dintsi thata khale re kupiwa go vote re vote khale re kupiwa go register le rona re itse gore ke tshwanelo tsa rona gore re register mare no rona ga re kopa gore ba re direle gore at least botshelo bonne botoka ga re direlwe ntweo. Re na le bagolo mo ba bagolo thata ba ileng gore no yana ke disaster ba bangwe ke disaster tsa bobedi. Re na le bo disability mo ba ileng gore go na le ntate o mongwe le mme o dula a le one ntate o dula a le one o disability mme o dula le one o disability ba kreile disaster ga bana le motlakase no yana since ga gona thuso epe e leng gore ba skile ba ithusiwa. Re feilwa ke baeteledipele ba rona re feilwa ke batho ba rona re reng ra tshepa gore ba re etelle pele. Se ke sone se se tla ba bontshang gore tota ga re itumele sepe.
Clement, those are some of the challenges and the frustrations that is faced by Moipan village residents who are saying that issues of service delivery, roads, as the gentleman was explaining, issues of houses, he's saying that it's been more than 10 years now. They've been raising the issue of houses, issues of water, issues of roads. They're unable, rather cars and ambulances are unable to drive around because of the dire state of the roads here in Moipan. They're not intending to register to vote, and that's why they were disturbing one of the voter registration station in the primary school, that we all understand that at this moment in time it has been opened.
All right, Refila Soboko, thank you for that update.